シャーロック・ホームズ、ザ・テストアメント・オフですね。それともテストアメント・オフ、シャーロック・ホームズなのかわかりませんけど。私、謎解きもの、推理ものが非常に好きなんですよ。はい。映画も金田一耕助から、相棒、ドラマ、刑事コロンボなどいろいろ見てるんですけど、ゲームでね、謎解きはできねえかなと思って、探したらシャーロック・ホームズシリーズがあるらしいので、ちょっとやってみたいと思います。いきます。ゲロ。ん子供か。外国の屋根裏は、広いよな。ラララ。あお、大丈夫大丈夫
What's this?
暑いです。陽気だ。あれか。シャーロック・ホームズとワトソンの人形か。マリオネット。なんか挟まってるのか。
Oh, look! It's a book!
It's book! 本があります。
Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map. No, I don't think so. I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898, when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
あ？これがホームズか。
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson. And believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
隙間なく喋るな、こいつら。
There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
A matter of course? In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running. But the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has started inside the room. They have managed to arrive in time to put it out.
ガラスケースの中のネックレスは消えている。 部屋に入ったのは公爵自身で鍵を開けて入った。うるさいなあ、こいつら。ベインズ警部ってのがいるのか。ね。これで動かすのか。マウスのホイールでアイテムが切り替わるな。WASD で移動し、割れたガラスケース。さっきのあれか？ネックレスか。よ。ダイヤモンドで切り取られてる。ダイヤモンド
？See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
指紋がない。窓ガラスに、なんかあるな。カッターの跡か。
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
ガラス切りで跡があるじゃん。ちゃうわ。
A mark undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the
切り抜こうとしたけど、やめてるのか。
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
逃げるために開けようとしたけど、やめたんだ。断念したのか。暖炉ね。はいはい。アイテムに入った。ホームズ。虫眼鏡を現地調達するのか、貴様。ちょっと待って。どこでもいいのか。右クリックをして所持品を一覧。はい。で、切り替え。はい。で、マウスのホイールでアイテム選択ね。はい。ピアノの楽譜に虫眼鏡を使うと。これか。
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano.
手がかりね。これ足跡か。足跡かなんか。これ違うな。これか。これ足跡じゃないの？違うか。足跡じゃないの？これ。手だ。
These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
手小さいんだ。
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
一人称、R で、こっちの方が見やすいな。こっちの方が見やすいね。シフトキーで走るのか。走る。走る。ワトソンくん。よし。そんなキャラクターじゃねえ。あとどこ見るんだ。もう終わってるわ。シャーロックホームズの第6巻をスペースキーで。
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night,
なるほど。
I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen
つま
and
り、
waited until he
公
was
爵が
alone
入ってきたとき、もうすでに中で隠れていたんだ、ここに。はいはい。で、人が騒いでる間に抜け出したと。そんなうまくいくか？
Strange. There aren't any prints. Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
足跡がない。足跡がない。手の跡はあって足跡がないか。
When the servants arrived at the door,
呼び鈴に
having
驚いて、
been alerted by
はいは
the
い。
bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the
公
only
爵
person
が
to
開
have
け
the
るまで
key.
は
The thief could not get out
入
through
れな
here
かったし、
until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
泥棒も出れなかった。泥棒も出れなかったって一番最初はどうして入ったんだろう？あれ？ 最初から入ったのか。
Footprints. You are not going to get on your knees to examine them.
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
使用人たちが消してる時についた足跡だということか。ちゃんと確認しろや。
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
火事が発生する前に引かれていたのかな。これはネックレスの場所、存在をってことか。
Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a dead
死んだ
fish
魚が
floating
水
on
面
the
に浮いている。
surface.
ほうほうほう。おう、ほんとだ。そんだけそんだけじゃわからないのでは。
A candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier.
シャンデリアから落ちた。シャンデリアから落ちたってことはシャンデリアから落ちたってことは、シャンデリアの上に衝撃が当たらないと落ちるはずないでしょ、だって。ねえ、下に当たっただけじゃ揺れるだけだもんね。なんであんな高いところ？そういえば、ここも。
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
胸元ぐらいの高さのものが倒れてんな。なんだろう。足跡がなく、高いところの、何あれか。動物か
？The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
収納箱。はてはて。さあ、犯人は誰ですか？
What do you think, Holmes?
Let us search the room before the police get here. We might throw some light onto all of this.
まだなんかあるってことか。上に下に、上に下にか。これは
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window,
丸椅
the
子を
thief
倒した。
knocked over the stool,
ああ、
which
そういう
then
ことか。
caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
お、警部か。
Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
もう
We
分かった
haven't
の？
traced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the
なん
room,
か
there was no one to be seen.
一言
An acrobat, perhaps.
一
but
言
an
おしゃれな言葉を
invisible
差し込む
one?
な。
I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the
うざい、うざい。
I'm pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very
回りくでな、こいつら。ちょっと。
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's
本
sake.
当だ、早く結論から言えや。
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small.
そうだよな。
Stop
で、
teasing
小さくて
us,
隠れてたんでしょ？
Exactly, because he is small, small and remarkably
もう動物臭いよな。
You're thinking of a monkey?
あ、ま
and a trained monkey at that, without a doubt.
でも
Leon Topicus
ガラスケースのネックレスは取れないでしょ？
America.
ネックレスどうすんの？ガラスキー
The
使う
animal
の？
had been hidden inside the room for several hours,
え？
calmly awaiting the signal from his master.
高周波の笛が猿に訓練の成果を試す。
A high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window of the chimney and knocked over a stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over.
頭良すぎるでしょ、それだと。隠れて
Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
うるさい。
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson.
こん中か。
Whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces.
水の屈折であるか。ネックレスが分かんなかったって
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium, where they remain now.
こんなの分かるわけねえだろ。ちょっと猿には無理があるんじゃないですか。
Marquis, here is your necklace, intact.
処方
Just a little wet.
Mr. Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does
あ、
credit
これ
to
が
your
公爵か。
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your
本物ですか
reputation? No, I recognize it. I've spent
Oh.
many hours admiring it, you know.
ほうほう。
Good. I will return it to its box and
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
金田一でいうところの轟警部み
we've
たいな
lost
感じ
enough
か
time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
イギリス人ってみんなこんな感じなんかおしゃれな一言差し込みたがるな。話が長い長い、回りくどい。
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
なんかあったのかシャーロック・ホームズはコニンガム公爵宅に、大失敗に終わる。名高いシャーロック・ホームズはサモアのネックレス紛失調査に関する結論を提供すべく、コニンガム公爵の邸宅に招かれて、公爵夫人が探偵、シャーロック・ホームズに依頼したと。はい。この価値ある宝石一品が保管され展示されていた部屋の扉が閉まっていた。宝石が盗まれた。だから部屋が、そうね。はい。何これ。最も驚きべき事実は、部屋から出て全ての出口が閉まっている。ホームズは瞬時にしてこの事件を解決。はいはい。宝石回収。事件解決後、シャーロック・ホームズは自分でネックレスを金庫に戻して、その場を後にした。はいはい。偽物公爵さっき、間違いないとか言ってたくせに真珠の希少にあり、余分な飾りを持たない、そして質素な作り。はいはい。アラゴナイト結晶。はいはい。貴重なレックス。嫁入り道具のネックレスとされるのか。はいはい。そんなのどうでもいいやね。ホームズが偽物とすり替えたという話で、新聞に載ってるのか。 はあはあはあ。あ、ルパンの話が出た。アルセーヌ・ルパン逃亡の我々の逆調査を忘れてはいけない。英国王室の名を傷つけることに有害な喜びを持つこのフランス人は、ホームズ氏の策略からも運よくのね。そうなの。ジョン・ワトソンも入ってるな。結局何言いたいんだ、この新聞は。つまり、自分で金庫にネックレスをしまったというのは、すり替えるタイミングがあったと言いたいのか。そういうことか。あとは大したことないな。はい。もうそういうことですね。その話じゃないだろ。その記事じゃないだろ。
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation?
よく喋るな、こいつら。
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines. The door's open.
あ、はい、いるんだ。
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
本当だよ。
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second to last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that right?
なんかうざい推理だな、ちょっと。抽象。
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the survivors really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information. It's true.
え
About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the
疑うなよ。
integrity and honesty of Mr.
疑うなよ、じゃ
The
あ。
necklace is a forgery? Impossible.
ね
I saw the
公爵が見
mark
た
was
のにね。
authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its
公爵
place.
が怪しいな。
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his
つまり
explosives.
新聞記者が関与してるってことか。
In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking
お、
apart
行くの
his
か
theory.
行くのか
It is unnecessary.
え
Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's.
ハドソン・フジのスフレのように崩壊する
This problem and turn our attention to
うざいや、
matters in
例えだ。いらないだろ。
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
セリフ少なくしろよ。ちょっと少なくしろよ、セリフを。
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here.
ああ、今持ってんの
would
か
like。me to examine it.
も
Indeed.
うん。
They would like you to confirm or deny
なるほど。
putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
女公爵。
And the Marchioness.
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young
なるほど。
woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage.
皮肉か。はい、調べましょ
Forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake
う。早く
jewelry?
見ようぜ。
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple
Oh,
of
so.
minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
What do you think, Holmes?
あ、これか。回す。回れ、回れ。あ、これか。これですか。
This pearl is a
色が
different
違う
color.
ね。あ、これか。
These three pearls are of poor quality.
あとは、
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. Too many defects. This necklace is a
早い、
fake.
早いな。
This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I
警
keep
部に
my
押し付け
appointment.
だ。
I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector. You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
そういうことか。
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
ワトソン今度はワトソン動かすの。地図。あ、これか。
I have found your map.
早っ。これで、ここに行けばいいのか。よし。ホームズってこんな偉
The
そう。
police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course.
なんかあったな。
Come in.
なんかあったの。警察は呼んでないのか。
What?
I don't know. It was last night,
ゆうべ
I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God.
死んでるな。死んでるね。
I haven't called anyone. How
誰
could I know that?
誰が死んだの？
Holmes, look!